Hello and welcome to the Dragon Den. I'm King of Dragons 5000 and today I have another action figure review. Today I'll be taking a look at the Jada Toys Mummy of Ankha from the Scooby-Doo series. Jada Toys has once again taken a beloved Scooby-Doo character and brought it into action figure form. The Mummy of Ankha looks very good, and I really do like the screen accuracy here. The Mummy of Ankha will come with two different head sculpts, an unwrapping head accessory, and he'll also come with two sets of hands. Jada Toys has done a phenomenal job sculpting the Mummy of Ankha as he looks like he did from the cartoon. There were some liberties taken for the action figure, but overall it still looks quite impressive. The head sculpt on the mummy is going to be quite accurate to the cartoon, and I really do like the detailings in his eyes and his mouth. And the wraps are done exceptionally well here on the mummy, as Jada Toys did add a dry brush to it. We even have a piece of wrap sticking out the back of his head. As we take a look at the head sculpt of Dr. Najib, it's done very well. The expression on him is perfect after it does replicate what he looked like after he got caught by mystery ink. The paint job on his face is done exceptionally well, as the lines are really crisp and very clean. The hair is also nicely sculpted, although it is a little bit soft. It is something we've seen in the line. Despite being a really soft sculpt, the hair does look good and is cast in black plastic. As we take a look at his torso, the mummy is wrapped up really nicely, as the detailing here on the wraps is done exceptionally well. Not only do we have some subtle texturing here on the wraps, but Jada Toys continues that exceptional dry brush. You can see some really nice sculpt work, as the wraps do seem to intertwine between itself. The arms are going to continue that impressive detailing with the wraps, as we get that same dry brushing here. On the right arm we do have a wrap that goes from the bicep down to his wrist. And you can see that his hands are going to be wrapped up almost like they're covered with mittens. The mummy is going to have the wraps continue down his lower torso, and one detail I love is how the sculpt hides the articulation. Once again we are going to get that dry brushing going throughout the wraps, bringing out all that impressive detail. And once again we do have a loose piece of the wrap on the back of his right leg. And his feet are just going to continue that wrap sculpt, which does look good here, and the dry brush is still present. So overall, Jada Toys has done a phenomenal job here with the mummy, as despite being a simplistic character, there's a lot of detail here. Although the mummy was a tad greenish in the cartoon, I really do like the dry brushing just to make his wraps look dirty. With the paint and details out of the way, let's compare the Mummy of Ankha to our usual suspects. Comparing the Mummy of Ankha to domestic toy lines, you can see that he is going to scale nicely with them. But listed as 1/12 scale, he fits in better with other toy lines of 1/12 scale, such as Jada Toys. And his perfect home is going to be with the Scooby-Doo line. The mummy does have a double ball joint in the head and a ball joint in the neck. Butterfly joints in his shoulders. Arms hinge out to the side and do a full 360. A swivel in the bicep and double hinges in the elbow. He will have a hinge and swivel at his wrist. The Mummy of Ankha will have a ball joint in the upper torso and a ball joint in the lower torso. His legs will kick forward, go back, out to the side, and have a thigh swivel. He will have a double hinge in the knee, a swivel at his calf, a hinge in the ankle, and forward-facing pin. Jada Toys continues to do a great job when it comes to wacky characters, and the Mummy of Ankha looks fantastic. The proportions on the mummy are quite accurate to what we saw in the cartoon, and I really like the way it came out. Despite Mummies being a rather simplistic design, Jada Toys was able to make this a very interesting sculpt as it looks very good. The way the wraps intertwine between itself and that dry brushing just to give it a lot of detail was something I was not expecting. Although the Mummy really doesn't come with too many accessories, what he comes with is perfect, as I really do like the unmasking wraps. And the alternate head sculpt for Dr. Najib looks very good and accurate to the cartoon. It would have been nice if they included a fez for him, but overall it's still a very nice head sculpt. The Mummy of Ankha is going to have the best articulation out of the Scooby-Doo line, and because of the way it's sculpted, it hides a lot of the articulation. Overall, I can't praise this figure enough, as it is a really good figure in terms of both sculpt work and articulation. At the time I'm making this video, the Mummy of Ankha is still available on Big Bad Toy Store, where I did pick him up, as well as the other Scooby-Doo figures. Though not as iconic as the Creeper or Shaggy, the Mummy is still done very well, and it would have been nice if they included the coin for him. But fans of the Scooby-Doo line are going to want to have the Mummy of Ankha in their collection. So with that being said, thank you for watching another video here on the Dragon Den, but before you go, don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and check out the rest of my Jada Toys videos. If you're in a position to help out the Dragon Den, check out my Patreon, where I have some exclusive content and early access videos. Check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, videos, recent pickups, latest prints, and as always, ring that bell so you never miss another video. And until next time, my loyal Dragonites, coming from the Dragon Den, I'm King of Dragons 5000, reminding you to redesign, rebuild, and reclaim. I'll see you next time.